Hello everyone, welcome to Paranova Studio. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and discovering that the US dollar is suddenly worth nothing. Not a gradual decline, not a market crash. The dollar simply becomes worthless overnight. Within minutes, banks, businesses, governments, and ordinary people would realize something had gone terribly wrong. But why would the collapse of one currency affect almost everyone on Earth? Because the dollar isn't just America's money. It plays a central role in the global financial system. Countries use dollars to buy oil, trade goods, settle debts, and move enormous amounts of money across borders. So if the dollar suddenly became worthless, the first shock would hit financial markets. Stock exchanges could halt trading as investors struggled to determine what anything was actually worth. People would rush to banks, trying to withdraw their savings or exchange their dollars for something they could trust. But everyone would be trying to escape the dollar at the same time. And that could create chaos far beyond Wall Street. Businesses would immediately face a question they couldn't ignore. What price should they charge? If the dollar has no value, yesterday's price means almost nothing today. Even buying everyday things could become difficult. Some stores might even temporarily close while they figure out what to do. And then comes an even bigger problem: supply chains. Factories need materials. Trucks need fuel. Workers need wages. All of these systems depend on people being able to make payments. If payments break down, goods don't disappear. They simply stop moving. And when goods stop moving, shortages can begin. For ordinary people, the first concern would be their savings. Money saved for rent, education, or emergencies could suddenly lose its purchasing power. Debt would become another major problem. Imagine owing a bank $1 million when the dollar itself is worthless. So what would happen to that debt? Governments and banks would have to make decisions almost immediately. Because salaries, loans, contracts, and taxes all depend on money. If the currency changed, many of those rules would have to change too. And rebuilding the system would not happen overnight. It could take weeks, months, or even longer. But this crisis wouldn't stop in America. It would affect the entire world. Many countries keep large amounts of US dollars as reserves. If those dollars became worthless, those countries would face massive losses. The global oil trade would also face serious uncertainty. Fuel prices could quickly become unpredictable. And rising transport costs could increase food prices too. When transportation slows down,
supplies become harder to deliver.
Some stores could begin running out of everyday products. A financial crisis could soon turn into a supply crisis.
And before long, everyday life could change in ways no one expected.
But people would still need a way to buy and sell things.
So what could replace the dollar?
Other major currencies could become more important. Some countries could speed up the use of digital currencies. Many people might also turn to gold as a safer store of value. Cryptocurrencies could also receive much more attention.
But replacing the dollar would not be easy. The global economy has depended on the dollar for many years.
Countries would need to work together to build a new financial system.
In the China side agree on the mining.
But reaching an agreement would be one of the biggest challenges.
Eventually, the world would need a new monetary system.
It could be based on another major currency.
Or it could be a combination of several currencies working together.
Or perhaps a completely new form of money could emerge.
But the transition would be extremely difficult.
Businesses could struggle, jobs could be affected, and prices could become unstable.
Governments would likely take emergency steps to stabilize the economy.
Over time, people would adapt to whatever new system replaced it. Because money is not just paper or numbers. It is built on trust. So if the dollar became worthless overnight, the biggest loss would not only be money, it would be the trust that connects the world's economy. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Paranova Studio for more interesting videos. Thanks for watching.